But you know, the air is cold and dry, and then the heat is blasting inside, so add that all together and you get really dry skin. What can you do about it? Protecting your outer layer. Plastic surgeon Anthony Youn is here to help us. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, how important is it that we moisturize this time of year? Because sometimes you get busy and you race out the door.
It's extremely important. I mean, the dry air that we have now that the temperatures have gone down with the low humidities, I mean, it causes our skin to crack. Even some people, it causes their skin to bleed. It's so dry.
Well, and because they compare it, meteorologists say it's like you're at the desert because it's so dry outside and it's so dry inside.
Yeah, so the number one thing that you want to do for your house is get a humidifier. Now, I have a humidifier that's attached to my furnace of my home, and make sure if that's the type of humidifier you have, you want to switch it from the summer setting to the winter setting. Don't forget. Otherwise, it's not going to be working.
Right.
And if you don't have a humidifier attached to your furnace, you can go to any department store and pick one up. Get a couple for each room, especially your bedroom at night.
I even saw, I think it was Martha Stewart, Tony, who said, if you can't get a humidifier, just put bowls of water in your room.
Anything you can do.
And get that moisture into the air somehow.
Exactly. So if you can affect your environment, that's the number one thing.
Okay.
But a lot of us, we can affect our environment. We're here at work. You know, we don't have any control over humidity at work. So that's where the moisturizers come into play.
Okay, so let's talk about it. So you have, it's very different when you talk about hand and face.
Definitely. So the first thing you want to consider with moisturizers is there are two types. The first type are humectants. Humectants actually draw moisture from the air and put it into your skin.
Really?
And these are moisturizers that are typically lighter. They're a little less filmy. They're less greasy. They're what you use during the day.
Okay.
The other kind of a moisturizer is an occlusive. Occlusive kind of does what it sounds like. It prevents water from escaping your skin.
So it makes like a barrier.
Exactly.
Okay.
But these are also greasier. They're not necessarily things that you're going to use during the day.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, if you're going to moisturize, right after you wash, blot dry, your hands, your face, it's still a little bit moist. That's when you apply the moisturizer, because you can lock that moisture in. You don't want your skin to dry out and then apply it. Now you're kind of, you know, fighting from behind the 8-ball.
Okay. All right. So what you got here?
Okay, so you want to treat your hands and your face differently. These are some good hand moisturizers. The first one's by Youn, and this is something you use during the day. Any hand moisturizer needs to pass what I call the door handle test. You apply it onto your hands. Yeah. And then you try to turn a door handle. If you can't turn a door handle because it's too slippery, probably not good to use during the day.
Right.
Okay. So this is a great one during the day by Youn.
This is a good day one. Okay.
Less than $6, and it's not greasy at all.
Okay.
The next one by Neutrogena is a little bit thicker, and if you want to just try a dab of that.
How do you know? Is there an ingredient, or how do you know? What do you look for?
So the number one ingredient for a humectant, for kind of a daytime moisturizer, is glycerin.
Glycerin.
And both of these have glycerin in it. The Neutrogena is kind of a little bit occlusive, a little bit humectant, so it's good for people kind of both day and night.
Okay.
Or if your skin's really, really dry, this is great for those people.
Okay.
And at night, this is by Burt's Bees. It actually has beeswax and shea butter. So this is an occlusive. This is really thick, and if you open it up and you take a feel, it's much thicker.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you've got really dry hands...
Feels like honey almost in there.
And if you've got really dry hands, you can apply this. And one tip is put gloves on at night. Okay, apply it. It's going to get it nice and greasy. Put gloves on at night. When you wake up the next morning, your hands are going to be soft like butter.
It smells so good, I want to eat my hand.
This has almonds in it, too.
I know. Okay, so for your face now, you don't put any of this stuff on your face.
So these are typically for the hands, $5 to $8. For the face, much more expensive. This is Cetaphil. This is actually a economical brand. It's $15. Okay, the number one thing you want to look for a facial moisturizer, sunblock. Okay, and this has SPF 15.
I know, but no, this isn't going to fight our wrinkles, is it?
No, not necessarily. We'll get to that in the last one.
All right, go ahead.
This is a one by La Roche-Posay called Anhelios. It's one of my favorite daytime moisturizers. Also has sunblock. Even with the cloudy, you know, the clouds and everything, we still get sun damage that can go through the clouds.
Right. Okay.
And the final one, this is one of my favorites. It's by ZO. This is an actual nighttime moisturizer. It's an overnight recovery cream. This is an occlusive. It has shea butter in it, but it also has those anti-aging ingredients. It has retinol. It has antioxidants. It's a perfect thing at night. You can't put gloves over your face, obviously. You can't cover your face when you sleep.
Right.
You put this on, and it will help rehydrate your skin for the driest of skin at night.
Okay, very good. How much is that?
That's about $95.
It looks like a $95 jar.
You can only find that in doctors' offices, too.
Okay. All right, very good. So, bottom line is you got to, especially the hands and especially your face, because you will help prevent aging, right, if you're moisturizing regularly?
Exactly, and it's almost like your face as it dries out. It's like a prune, or it's like a raisin. You fill it up, you become a raisin into the grape, your wrinkles go away. definitely moisturizing, very important. Anti-aging as well as just plain skincare.
All right, good job, Dr. Youn. And if you can't make the wrinkles go away, there's always the scalpel.
We can talk about that another day.
That's for another conversation. Right now we're preventing the wrinkles. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, back to you.